Hi everyone, welcome to thlympic. So today we are going to solve 4 new questions from International Math Challenge competition. So let's start. So this is our first question from category 1. This is related to a bar chart. So a number of students are given who joined an after school course in 5 months. And these are the number of students, and these are the months. The months names are not given, but it is not needed. So the question asks the average number of students for each month. So students are supposed to know what is average. So average means we add all the data and divide by number of months, since it's asked the average per month or for any month. So the data is already given at the top to make it easier. So we need to add and divide by 5. So while adding, we can do one by one, or we can try to find some easy way. For example, we can add these two first because both of them has 5, 5. So 80, 70, 150, 5, 5, 160. And 70, 80 also gives us 150. So 160 plus 150, 310. And then we can add 9, 90, so 400. And if we divide by 5, we will get the average number of students per month, which is 80. The answer is C. For the second question, the question, it asks this angle. So CAD. What's given is these 3 sides are equal and one angle is given. So I draw a bigger scale one. So if these 2 are equal, and if we call each angle as alpha because it's isosceles, so alpha plus alpha equals this angle, because sum of 2 interior angle equals 1 opposite exterior angle. After we get 2 alpha here, we have another isosceles, and these 2 angles supposed to be equal. So this is also equals 2 alpha. Right now, if we check the big triangle, we apply the rule we use here again. Sum of 2 interior angles equals the opposite exterior. So 2 alpha plus alpha, which is 3 alpha, equals this angle. And in the question, this is already given as 96. So we make a simple equation, and we got alpha equals 32. And the question asks, what is alpha? So this angle. The answer should be D. So our third question is related to a tractor. So the radii given for these 2 wheels, let's call this wheel 1 and wheel 2, and radius 1, radius 2. So the question is related to perimeter of these 2 circles, but perimeter is a length, so the ratio of radius equals the ratio of perimeter, because both of them are length. So if we want to find the perimeter ratio of these 2 circles, we just divide the radius values. And after we simplify, we see that the perimeter ratio of small circle to big one is 2/5. So let's keep it first. Second, to calculate the distance, we need to multiply number of revolutions by the perimeter of circle. So since they cover the same distance, so these 2 must be equal for these 2 wheels. So revolution 1 times perimeter 1 should be equal to revolution 2 times perimeter 2. So we can write this simple equation. We already know number of revolutions for the small one, 300, and its radius ratio. And likewise, we know the perimeter of the big one. This is the ratio, so it's okay, because from here we can get the ratio also. So we can write this equation. 1 minute. So if we simplify this equation, we can write like this. So R1 over R2 equals P2 over P1. So it means we can use this directly in our question. So after we calculate this one and divide by 5, we just get this score, which is equal to 120 revolutions. And this is our final question. So here we have an equilateral triangle, and the one side is 6, 6, 6. So since all sides equal, all 6. And this is given as 4, and this is given as 2. So if this is 4, this should be 2 because total is 6. And if this is 2, the remaining part should be 4. Now what I did is, so I thought this may be a right triangle because this is 4, this is 2, and this is 60 degrees. So probably this is 30 degrees, but I am not sure this is 90 or not. So if I prove that this is 90, so the question asks the dot product of EF by AC. So if two vectors are perpendicular, their dot product will be 0. So, but just we need to show that this angle is 90. So I draw a parallel line to this one. Still, I don't know it's 90 or not. Since these are parallel, there is a similarity between this triangle and the big one. So this ratio is 2 to 1, and this will be 2 to 1. So this will be 1, and the total of these two is 3. So it means remaining part is 3. That means this parallel line is a side bisector. But in an equilateral triangle, side bisector, height, and angle bisector, they all equal. So if this is side bisector, it means like if this is the middle point for this side, this is 90. And we know that these two are parallel, so this is also 90. So if this is 90, so dot product of these two equals 0. But the question doesn't ask directly EF, the question asks this one. So now here we show that this equals EF. So AE minus AF equals AE. So if you change the sign, you can change the place of vectors for the vector. So instead of AF, if you write FA, so this will be positive. And if I take this first and this second, because in addition you can change, so this is FA plus AE. So remember, when you're adding two vectors, if middle is same letter, so we can combine these two. So FE. So actually this equals FE. So this one. And AC is this one. They are perpendicular, and their dot product is 0. So we didn't do any calculation. We just showed that they are perpendicular. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. So see you in next video.